I'm China Darrington with the Summit Recovery Hub in Akron, Ohio. Recovery Community Organization is an independent, nonprofit, and recovery-led organization. Independent means it can't be affiliated with a church, a treatment program, a hospital system. It's got to be its own thing. Recovery-led is that 51% or more of our board always has to be people with lived experience so that it really preserves the integrity of peer-run services.
This is more than a recovery center. This is a movement, peer-led, community-rooted, and grounded in hope. Over 9,000 moments of support in just 1 year. More than 2,200 people walked through our doors in 6 months. That's over 163,000 minutes of connection. At Summit Recovery Hub, we don't just offer services. We offer dignity, purpose, and the power of lived experience.
Hi, I'm Nick Knack. I'm from Akron, Ohio. I'm in recovery, coming up on 11 months. Loving life. You know, they throw you in a bunch of meetings and stuff. When I got to start coming here, it's just made me think about things differently, not just, like I said, not just recovery based, but on what I'm doing with my entire life and my thinking from the inside out.
My name is Ishmael Holman. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. It's been real beneficial in my life. I feel important here. It's good for my self-esteem. And it's like a big family.
My name is Danny Warner. I'm been around the recovery rooms for a long time without recovering. But today I'm in a different position, see myself differently, and have actively sought help with my condition. I did as the program suggests. I reached out for help, and Mark and these nice folks at the Recovery Hub were there.
They signed me up for bus passes, which I pretty much get every month, and that's been a godsend. It really has. That's really opened up, just I can get to meetings now, go to, grocery stores, stuff like that. It's been a big help, Summit Rides has.
It helped me to organize life. It helped me to organize things that the other programs did not give me.
Summit Recovery Hub is a place where healing doesn't just happen in groups. It happens in conversations, in eye contact, and simply showing up and being met where you are.
Our Summit Rides program is our low barrier transportation program because we saw a lot of people getting connected to services that they couldn't get to or having barriers in their recovery that was holding them back from developing their vocation or their education or being able to visit with their children or not being able to make it to court so they go back to jail. So we wanted to create a program for people in recovery that we would be able to do door-to-door transportation or give them access to bus passes, sometimes lift rides, sometimes it's a gas card that helps when somebody has transportation, but they don't have a whole lot of money to put fuel in the tank. So we've been able to help a lot of people connect to those services and supports that we recommend.
Sometimes recovery begins with a ride. Through Summit Rides, we're removing transportation barriers. One ride, 1 mile, one person at a time.
We have Summit Road, which is our reducing overdose and death. That's our harm reduction program. We do education, advocacy, training, community events to get harm reduction supplies out into our community in pockets that sometimes traditional harm reduction providers have trouble accessing, like businesses, restaurants, libraries, things like that. Stuff that a lot of times people say, like, I don't need that. But we have an engaging way of going out and being known in our community, and they say yes.
We believe that harm reduction is hope in action. In just 6 months, our Summit Road program has delivered over 200 harm reduction kits and more than 10,000 life-saving tools, empowering people to stay alive long enough to choose recovery.
The way that I connect and an individual can connect with me is there's really nothing you can describe. There's no words. It's literally right in your chest, right in the pit of your stomach. It's something that you cannot explain.
In the last year, I've seen nothing short of miracles here. People that come in broken and hurting and looking for help or support, and be able to connect them with resources to start rebuilding their lives.
For me, being a peer supporter in my community, it's a way for me to give back. that I'm able to accomplish something positive in my life. That it's, for me, it's a daily amends, being able to not just every time I help somebody, I'm kind of helping myself in my recovery.
So I really love the fact that I get to share all of those experiences, and I feel like it helps me relate to people on a level that some other institutions and counselors and stuff like that can't actually connect with them on that level because they haven't been there also.
Through grant support, we've expanded our team with peer supporters who bring lived experience, heart, and hope into every interaction.
I think peer-led organizations are really important in this work because we have that lived experience, which is knowledge that you can't accumulate in any college, university, or course. It's a way of connecting authentically with people in the most challenging times in their life, showing them hope, and then connecting them with a path that is a way out of the challenges, and being able to walk alongside them as they build thriving lives.
My name is Mark Salchak, and I am the COO of the Summit Recovery Hub. First and foremost, you're safe here. When you come to this drop-in center, you're safe. You don't have to worry about somebody judging you. I wear a pin that says, "You're safe with me," and that goes for everybody as far as I'm concerned. I want them to know that we speak their language, that we're not there to there's no judgment in what we do. We're not going to ask things like, well, why did you relapse? Like, we want them to know if you have 20 years of recovery, you're welcome here. If you've got 10 minutes of recovery, you're welcome here. If you drank or you used before you came in here, you're welcome here.
And then I went to our county board, OMAS, One Ohio, and I wrote proposals of what we could do if we received some funds from them. And we have been absolutely blown away with the support. Stuff that I thought was a pipe dream has come to fruition and was a game changer for us. It allowed us to double our space, our size, our staff, our services, be open 7 days a week, including holidays, have all sorts of activities and groups happening all throughout the day, and gave us the resources that we could really dramatically increase the amount of people that we were able to serve.
My name is Aubrey Latimer. I'm the Addiction Services Coordinator with the County of Summit Alcohol, Drug Addiction, and Mental Health Board. We'll do a really great job of breaking down stigma, building trust, and just being a support in our community. If a county doesn't have an RCO, I would really highly encourage investing in that. When I first got to the board, we had one RCO, but we didn't have substance specific or primary RCOs at the time. And so I actually got to be a part of that process of getting both Tyler's Redemption and Summit Recovery Hub kind of on board in partnership with ADM funding. I think the biggest part is really understanding it is a full continuum of care. It doesn't end at outpatient counseling and recovery housing. It goes way beyond that. Truly, those are kind of bubbles if we really think about it. And so when life really hits, you've got to have other spaces for recovery supports, and that's what an RCO provides.
Hello, my name is Ken Carter. I am from Akron, Ohio. I work for Catholic Charities. Since Summit Recovery began, I have become more aware that there's a need for people to have places to go. We have a lot of recovery meetings, but we don't have too many places where they can just come and chill out and relax and meet other people and maybe experience some alternative recovery meetings.
First of all, we're awesome people. We get on this side of the fence of addiction, and we are the most dedicated, hardworking, knowledge-building people who just want to help other people. So as a team, it's a pretty amazing place to work, and I think people sense that when they come in the door. They're going to be able to feel at ease here and feel included. Like, you know, we have lounge areas that people just plop down on and we'll sit for hours, and our goal is that when you're here, if you're here for 15 minutes or more, we want you to be focusing on a recovery activity, but we have really neat ways of engaging people in those conversations and really kind of teaching them recovery skills without it seeming like a class. We like to say that if you have a problematic relationship with a person, place, or a thing, we're a safe place to have safe people, to have safe conversations about what's going on, how it's affecting you, and how we can help you along the way.
Behind every story, there's a team making sure the lights stay on, the doors stay open, and the support never stops. The heart of Summit Recovery Hub isn't just in the groups or the services, it's in the people who keep showing up to make sure no one falls through the cracks.
My life has changed dramatically.